This video is sponsored by War Thunder. No castles, no kings, just ships, steel, and stolen gold. A pirate's life for me. But let's start at the beginning. And our story begins outside the city of Sargot. And for this campaign I also set a goal to take Valvik and set up a pirate haven. But before we go into our big dreams, we sell off what we don't need of our gear, and we buy food for the road ahead. And we get our first Valandian recruits, and we look at some squires and we hire them as well, even though they're hella expensive. And we go into our first battle against some looters. We just charge head on in and try to get as much XP as possible, leveling up our one-handed and getting some free kills. Now after our victory, of course we don't get that much gear because these are looters. And so we head into our second battle and we repeat what we just did. And we do it again, against a third group of looters. But we would soon find quite the challenge. Group of deserters, and we head into battle against them. Oh, this is bad. These are high-tier troops of the Valandian army that have deserted, which means we're gonna go up against high-level infantry, cavalry, and crossbowmen. Oh, this is bad. Oh. Fuck. Yeah, but no cavalry left. Nice. 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 Beautiful. Oh, how did we win against deserters? That is crazy. Holy hell. We had actually won, and we got finally some good gear. Deserters are hard to kill, especially early on, but they give quite the payout. And so we head back to Sargot, and we're able to sell this off for 4k. And we also quickly find the second group of deserters, who have just killed some villagers. And so of course, we gotta take some revenge. And so we charge through the cavalry, and I go straight for the infantry and crossbowmen. But with me being too greedy for my own good, of course I fall in battle. And knowing that I'm not alive, I decide to not take my chances and I retreat our party. This is better to cut our losses. I then also upgrade our troops. Do you want the Valandian seasoned seafarers or the Valandian nauta, because they are extremely good on ships. But we're a bit far away from that. Sooner than later, we find the deserted group again. And this time I actually decide to use some tactics. We take our cavalry off their horses and put them in the infantry line with their spears. He's just walking his horse, who doesn't take that much damage. AI actually smart? Oh. What the fuck? They're slaughtering us. Damn. These crossbowmen were no joke in close combat, and we needed more of these deserter battles if we wanted a ship soon. But did you know what pirates really seek? War Thunder, the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made, for free on PC, consoles, and mobile. Mobile? I bet those pirates really wish they had access to War Thunder's 2,500 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships of 10 major nations, ranging from biplanes and armored cars of the 1920s to the fighter jets and main battle tanks of today. War Thunder has such intense combat, detailed vehicles, realistic graphics, and sound to the point where my grandma in the other room now also has shell shock. X marks the spot, they say, just like my favorite feature about War Thunder, the X-ray damage view. It shows in precise detail the spot you hit and how your shell penetrated and damaged the vehicle and its components. Shiver me timbers. But hey, I've got some plunder for you. If you use my links at the top of the description or pinned comment down below, there's a massive bonus pack available for new and returning players that haven't played for at least 6 months for PCs and consoles. It includes multiple premium vehicles, the exclusive vehicle decorator, Eagle of Valor, 100,000 silver lions, and 7 days of premium account. But it's only available for limited time, so hurry up mateys and join the international community of 95 million players in epic PvP battles today and get a taste of that jolly good War Thunder experience. Now with the second deserted group dead, we go back to Sargot and sell off their gear. But it's not that much. But we do talk to Atafle the brewer, and we gotta deal with some poachers. Hey, poachers, we can deal with that. Let's try to negotiate. Let's see, man. Let's just like critical this. Never mind. Hit this. Oh, okay. What about this one? Okay, we lost. Unless we can hit it 4%. No. All right. I'm sorry, man. I just kind of have to kill you. This is really stupid. I do end up getting killed because I played very stupid and I wasn't able to retreat in time. Oh, wait, it says there's sea raiders. Wait, what? But we were able to take them down, but we only got 900 dinars, which is not that much. We then head to Jacolan, where we get another quest, escort a merchant caravan. Escort merchant caravan? Sure. Yeah, we kind of need to get some of these. It's gonna cost a lot of money, but we kind of have to. And so we also recruit some sisterhood followers because most of our troops are Valantian recruits. And if we're gonna go up against a bunch of raiders, we need at least some high tier troops. 30 raiders? Ooh, this is gonna be very difficult. Okay, how do we want to do this? Oh, this is so bad. Oh my god. We gotta do what we can here. Fuck. What? Yeah, this is GG. This is so GG. Oh my god. Okay, let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna actually join infantry here. And we got our asses beaten. Even the Vlandian convoy guards wasn't able to do any damage to the raiders, and they were closer in numbers. I definitely didn't expect this many raiders, but hey, what can you do? It's a dangerous quest and we failed. What do we even do here? Like, oh, thank you, Ingulted. Damn, we shouldn't have done that. I knew we shouldn't have done that, but I didn't, to be honest, I didn't expect 30. I was expecting like 20 or 24, but 30? That is crazy. Back to square one. Now it's back to square one, and we take our peasants and we attack some looters. And we also attack some sea raiders, where we take heavy losses, but hey, a win is a win. We also go up against 20 mountain bandits, but we also have some cavalry, and we have some crossbowmen. Go infantry! Clap them! Even though they're only tier 2 crossbowmen, it's better than nothing. And and we are able to win. We then look at the price of ships, and the cheapest one we can get is 18k. Yeah, apparently 18k for the cheapest ship. We can do that. I think if we go and kill the hideout up here, we'll definitely get some money. And so that's what we're going to do. We head up to the hideout, upgrade some of our troops so we have a better chance of winning, and we attack. Oh my god! This here might be a loss. Boom. We had won, and we had also done a quest where we had to rescue some associate of a trader that was captured in the hideout. We can sell them, we should have like around 18k. And after recruiting some more troops, we then buy our first ship. Here we go! And we're out on the seas. It doesn't take that long until we meet some corsairs. And we head into our first naval battle. Now, most of our troops consist of tier 2 and tier 3 crossbowmen, and so I decided to do some kiting. Pretty much just running away from the corsairs for as long as I can while our crossbows do some damage. But I realized really quickly that normal troops on sea actually suck, and you kinda have to have mariner troops to actually do anything. And so we get rammed, and we get boarded. Oh shit, man! I'm not here. Ow. This is such a loss. And we get absolutely slaughtered. It wasn't even close. And we're back to square one. And so I go and recruit my troops, and I'm back to farming. And some days into farming, we get an offer. Because we're clan tier 1, we get an offer from Lucan to be a contracted mercenary. It's only 90 dinars per influence, which is really low, but I decided to take it because we need money, and it's free money. And they're at war with the Battanians, and I go and take my 65 recruits, our absolute peasant army, and we go and raid a Battanian village. Maybe our numbers will just overwhelm them. You know? Maybe that's a thing. It actually worked. And then we then go and attack another village. This time, an imperial one. Because, hey, peasants, OP, I guess. Oh, I missed. And a few days later, we actually have made enough money to buy our first proper ship. And this time we can buy a cog. And so, we do that. And I make sure to have more proper units this time. And we go up against a convoy of the Southern Empire. Oh, wow. Wait. This is so cool. Yeah, okay, this ship is actually really cool. I like that the melee troops are the ones who are actually rowing. Oh, yeah. Where did I stand again? Here? Yeah. Nice. And we're able to decimate that convoy. And we take some of the units as prisoners. And this is where we realize this is where real money is made. We take all of that yummy bounty, all of that treasure, and put it in our pockets. When we go to sell it, we get 19k. Oh, and so I keep doing this for a few days, and it doesn't take that long until we have earned 75,000 dinars. And I decided to get some pirate upgrades, crossbow, clothing, better sword, because why not? And it's at this point that we're literally able to just go and bully some imperial patrols. And so we do that. We go into a river, bully them, because why not? It's fun. Try to ram us here. We're just gonna... Ooh, they're actually trying to board. This is bad. Actually, it's not that bad. Our Nota is actually so good. What the hell? What? You're crazy. The proper days of piracy, have begun. And so the Poros coastal patrol has been taken down. And we get a new hat that we took from some corsairs earlier on. And we're back to taking down more convoys. And just like that, we are snowballing really hard. Come on, boys. We're gonna take them down. Doesn't matter that they have more numbers than us. We're better. We're stronger. We're smarter. This guy just tanked a headshot. Maybe he's better. No, he's not better. Nice, easy. Good job, boys. Woo! Let's go. Doesn't take more than a few days, and we're up at over 100,000 dinars. And so the first thing I do is buy a round ship, because this ship is sick. And we also upgrade it and get a fire ballista on it, because that sounds cool. What even is that? And since we know that we're going to get a lot of money, because the money keeps rolling in, I decide to hire a bunch of companions to set up a bunch of armed convoys, merchants, to trade for us and give us a lot of money. And we also talk to Althea to potentially set up a marriage in the future. And we go out on the seas to test this fire ballista. Oh, damn, okay. Holy hell, our ship is so... I didn't tell you to shoot. Did I? Dude, you're just wasting ammo. Oh. Oh. Boom. And I just take my time and I have fun with it. Because it's actually really fun to just sit there and shoot it. This is fun. Did they take damage from that? From the fire? It lost 24. Always recruits. And we just keep auto-resolving pirates for a while because, hey, we can. And we also start to recruit these pirates because they're really good at sea. And it also helps us fill out our numbers. And we also get a marriage with Althea because we're growing so fast that we're gonna need to look for good teammates and good companions, and Althea is one of them. We then also get her some really good pirate gear and we give her all the bling, all the gold, everything. And we also set up our first few convoys. And in the Azurai city of Sanala, we find a fire grape shot ballista upgrade for our round ship. And so of course we get it. We then auto-resolve some corsairs, And we're able to get to clan tier 3. And we also set up Althea into our own party. We then go out to the open seas to test our new armament. Oh, look at that! Holy shit! Damn! Wow. Nice. Now with our merchants going ham and us auto-resolving pirates, we have made quite a fortune, and so I get a second round ship, and of course I put a ballista on that one as well. And we then do a tourney. And we take down some more pirates because we are now clan tier 4. Pirates tier is increased to tier 4. Boom. Clan tier 4. We then hire a new companion, Kharid the Prince, so we can set up our 4th party next to Althea, Fostan, and now Kharid. We then check out the port in Ortisia and we find Fury of the Senate, a Droman ship of the Empire. And this ship is pretty cool. So of course I buy it because I have a lot of money, and we just fully flesh it out with all the upgrades that we want. And so we go out on sea and we test our new ballistas on our 3 heavy ships. There's no way you guys are hitting it from here. Damn. Dude, this is crazy. At this point, we're quite formidable at sea. It's kind of difficult to stop us. And so I decide to talk to Ragea, and we commit ourselves to her empire, becoming a vassal. Because I have plans to take Valvi, like we talked about at the beginning of this video. But to do that, I kind of need a help from another kingdom, just so I can at least make up an army, because you can't do that independently, because we have no fiefs. And so we go up to Valvik and we start sieging it. We start tearing down their walls and we start our first siege. This is no ordinary siege, this is against a city, and they have just as big of a garrison as we do have an army. Oh, crossbows are going in now. Our crossbowmen run out of ammo, and at this point our catapults are running out of ammo as well, so I decide to just fully rush our units in. It's either now or never. But I also quickly see that the enemy units are really high tier. It's a bunch of banner knights, noble troops, sergeants. This is not an easy battle. Now I myself am able to push through the wall. I'm stuck. Oh! Holy hell. Fuck. And our army is slowly grinding through the high-tier Vandian knights. Come on, pirates. Dude, they got a wall of crossbowmen. Oh my god. It's at this point I realize we just have to pull back. And so I retreat our army and I leave the siege. We can't win this. But we have done quite some damage to the garrison. But it's just not enough. So we retreat and I go to the Nords to reinforce our numbers. But sadly, our kingdom votes for peace with the Vlandians. But shortly after our truce is done, 2 years later, the Vlandians attack us. And I've been doing nothing but just farming and farming and farming. So our army is pretty strong. And so we go back to Valvik and we start sieging. We have also invited 2 other members of the Empire to join us, but they're really far away. But luckily, one of them make it over. And I decide this might be the time to launch the attack. The question is, do we attack here with the support of the catapults and all these towers? The thing is, if we wait longer, like, we'll chip away like some of the numbers, but the thing is that when we then take the castle, I mean, we take the Valvik, the walls will be down, and we're gonna get counterattacked. So I think it's better if we attack now. And so we launched the siege. And this time just also brought a ram, because why not? And I sit on the catapults and I just start firing. Kill as much as I can. Oh, okay, there are people there, but we're just overshooting like crazy. Oof. Oof. Ooh. Oh, yeah. We're taking down banner knights as well. We're taking down, like, strong part of their army. Left wing here should be easier to get through. If we can get through the left, then that'll be good. But if we can't, then it's kind of GG's. I then also go into the main gate and I start chopping at it, which is the dumbest thing ever. And of course I die. But our army is actually able to push through. Even though the enemy still had really high tier units, so did we. We had major losses, but we had won. 87 renown. And so we take defeat for ourselves. And I manage the city, do the stuff that you gotta do, whatever. And of course, the big red army of the Vlandians appear. 2,600, we can't do anything against that. Our army is like, what, 200, 300 strong at this point, and the defenders of Valvik are at 600. We can't defend this. And finally, we get some luck on our side, and we can make peace with the Vlandians. And so, of course, we do that, spend all my influence, say yes to make sure that that thing goes through, and boom, we have captured Valvik. We did it. Holy hell. Oh my god. And we had done our goal, our mission. Remember, my friends, to sign up for War Thunder for free on PC, console, or mobile devices. Go and use my links. New returning players that haven't played for at least 6 months for PC and consoles get all the free plunder. But hurry, it's a limited time offer, mateys. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, maybe press a like, maybe subscribe. I don't know. Tell me what you thought about it in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys another time.